Okay, we are.
Yeah. Okay. Hello, my name is Lorraine Leo. I'm a former teacher of technology in the United States of America, and I'm living just outside of Boston, Massachusetts. Well, first of all, I want to thank you all very much for coming. I really appreciate, both Manjula and I appreciate your presence here. It means a lot to all of us. I'd like to introduce you to Manjula. He's the creator of this actual conference. And Manjula is coming in from Sri Lanka. Manjula?
Thank you very much, Lorraine. So, my name is Manjula Gayan, and I'm joining you from Sri Lanka. And I have a school. I started this school several years back in my area. So, last weekend I had an idea about I wanted to have several teachers meet together virtually and share experience during the COVID-19 pandemic. So, I talked to Lorraine, and we both decided to organize this meeting entitled "We Are in This Together."
Yeah. So I want to thank you for your innovative idea. And the purpose of the conference today is to network with other academics around the world who are staying at home during this unprecedented COVID-19 pandemic, and to share ways that people in our global communities are honoring our heroes. Each of us will have about 1 minute to turn on our microphones and video and share our name, country, and our current job position. We would also like to know your situation related to COVID-13 in your community. For example, you might share that your city is locked down and you're teaching at home via Zoom. If you have any ways that your community is honoring its heroes, please also share that with us. So because we have a large group, it's about a minute and a half, and we'll see how the time goes. But I really appreciate it. I will give you the names, and if the person's not here, we'll go on to the next name, and hopefully we'll get to, there are about 40 people that registered to participate, so hopefully I'll get to everyone and give you an opportunity to share.
Yes. And one more thing that I want to prove: this is not a pre-recorded video streaming that we are on YouTube. So I need to prove it by using Siri. So I will ask the time in USA. So Siri, what is the time in Boston, USA?
It's 9:03 a.m. in Boston, Massachusetts, the United States.
Okay, I think the time is right in Boston.
That's correct.
Okay, great.
Okay, is Loretta here? She's not here? Okay.
Hello?
Oh, Loretta, are you here?
Yes, I am.
Can you turn on your video so we can hear from you?
Hello, I'm Loretta from Italy. I'm a math and science teacher in a public school, in a secondary public school.
Uh-huh. And what is your situation like with COVID-19?
In my country, we are obligated to stay at home.
Loretta, are you here?
Yes, I am.
Can you turn on your video so we can hear from you?
Hello, I'm Loretta from Italy. I'm a math and science teacher in a public school, in a secondary public school.
Uh-huh. And what is your situation like with COVID-19?
In my country, we are obligated to stay at home.
Loretta, are you here?
Yes, I am.
Manjula, what's going on? Video so we can hear from you?
Hello, I'm Loretta. I hear my voice again.
Yes, we're trying to work that out.
I just turned on the audio on YouTube channel. Okay, sorry, I have done a mistake. Okay, go on.
Go ahead, Loretta.
Can I speak?
Yes, you may. I'm sorry.
Okay. In my country, I say we are obligated to stay at home. Who can does smart working. Only food stores, pharmacies, and other shops selling basic necessity are open. We teachers do remote learning, and this all of us to stay close to the students. Often during the lesson, we let them tell us how they feel about this situation. Many of them are worried, others are more relaxed. Previously, we used the Zoom for video conferencing, but now we are using Microsoft Teams.
I see.
For now, this situation will last until May the 3rd. Then the president of the council will communicate other decision of us.
I see. Are there any kind of traditions or any rituals that your country does? Do they clap for heroes or anything like that? Or sing songs? Do you have anything like that in your country or not?
No.
No. Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
Tanya. Tanya's coming in from Latvia. Tanya, are you there?
Hello.
Hi, Tanya.
I'm from Latvia, it's Baltic states. I'm from Latvia capital city Riga, and teacher is something not education. And at the moment, I have not working, but Latvia school online, and it is challenge for students and for teachers. At this moment, everything is going more or less in this about COVID in isolation. People are in isolations, but it is COVID, the nature, and we are feeling optimistic because we hope, not hope, we know that everything's going better. It will return to normal life. So,
Thank you. Thank you so much, Tanya, for sharing. Is Gasha? Gasha, you're here? Gasha?
Me?
Yes.
Oh, Gosia from Poland. Okay, so that's me. Okay, so my name is Gosia. I'm from Poland and I'm a teacher of English and of history in primary school. So for now, we also have only online learning for about a month. And by the end of April, we also have online classes only. We can't go outside our homes. We can go only to shops, to pharmacies, to the doctors, and the situation will last by the end of April. But I think it will be, longer. So in my country, we celebrate doctors and nurses, especially at schools, when we create some cards for them. We also record some films that we appreciate their work. And I think that in general, the situation is difficult, but try to be optimistic, especially now when Easter is coming. So we try to connect with our family online.
Great.
Thank
I like
you.
that. Well, thank you. Thank you for coming in. Is Arnaud here from France? No? Arnaud from France? No? How about Asma? Are you here? Olga? Not yet, huh? Dondi? Dondi? From Hungary?
Don't you go here?
She was here.
Yeah.
Let's
few
see.
minutes ago,
Let me go down. Let's see. Durga, do you want to share, Durga? Durga?
Hello. Can you hear?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you so much managing this meeting. I would like to thank Manjula from Sri Lanka that he managed it all. So I don't have much time. Only 1 minute is given us to share our country situation in terms of this COVID-19 disaster. So I'd like to give brief information or report of Nepal. I'm from Nepal. Um, in Nepal, we are under the complete lockdown situation. We have been staying at home as a self quarantine for more than 3 weeks. The government has
No,
announced
no.
to stay at home till the second week of April. And right now in our country, all the schools, colleges, universities are closed, and all level exams are postponed. Uh, I don't know when the schools will reopen and when the children will get chance to take the exams or go to the school. You know, in our country, from the second week of April, the session begins. But it is unsure that when will the new session begin in our country. The situation is very serious. Although we don't have many number of infection of COVID-19 in our country. Still, the death, we have only 9 people infected, but no death casualties. But there are more than 5,000 people um, in the under the supervision of government. They are in self quarantine, and we are also in the self quarantine, staying at home and keeping ourselves safe from the social distance, maintaining the social distance.
I see.
Finally, what I want to say is that in our country, the students are very much worried about their exams and new sessions. But the thing is that everything is unsure, and the virtual or online teaching system is not possible in Nepal. So it is really challenging because we don't have enough access to internet to the remote areas of the countries. So it's challenging for all the students, and it sounds a bit serious situation in Nepal. And we really appreciate the social heroes by clapping when we see them walking on the roads like policemen or security forces. And we also express the word of appreciation and honor in social media to encourage them to support the uh, patients. That is the way we are doing. Thank you so much. If any
Thank you.
questions.
Thank you. Thank you for logging in.
You are
And
welcome.
you launched from Turkey?
Sorry? Oh,
I'm here.
Would you like to share?
Yeah, of course. Do you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. My name is Bülent. I'm a teacher of English. I teach at a high school in the city called Edirne, which is on the border with Greece and Bulgaria. The lockdown here started on the 13th of March, and it is still going on. The schools are closed on the 13th, and I have been teaching online using Zoom or using Skype and teaching my classes. They say that the lockdown is going to finish on the 13th of April, but I think it will be longer. They will prolong it later. The situation here is everybody is in their homes, and the number of the deaths here are about uh, 1,000 people. Every day, about 30,000 tests are implemented, are carried out. We have reached that test numbers. We have, as I said before, 1,000 people dead. And we have about 40,000 people diagnosed with coronavirus. They are the official numbers. We are in our houses, we don't go out. But today and tomorrow, it is said that the weather is going to be so fine. Maybe there will be some people around. And we applaud the health workers, the doctors and the nurses and the other sharers of the health sector. We praise them. We applaud them every night at 9 from our balconies. And the government is also trying to make new laws, make new regulations that protect the health workers, and they are trying health workers who died during the COVID-19 as martyrs. They are trying to make this as a law.
Wow, that's great. That's really great. Thank you for sharing. Max?
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, Max, and coming in from Nairobi, Kenya.
Yes, thank you so much, Lorraine. Good evening, everyone. Is it good morning in the US, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. My name is Maxwell Kayesi, calling in from Nairobi, Kenya. I'm a high school teacher teaching science and technology in a school about 19 kilometers north of the capital. In Kenya, the situation has been managed. So far, we have 189 cases that have been confirmed, 7 deaths out of it, and 22 have recovered from the virus. Currently, we are on partial lockdown, I must say, because we have only designated areas that have been locked down. That is the capital, Nairobi, and its environs, what we call the Nairobi Metropolitan. And then we have Mombasa, capital city, also being locked down. Essential services are still going on. The food stores, the hospitals are still going on, and the suppliers of basic necessities like food and all that are still supplying their goods. However, all institutions of basic learning have been closed down for 30 days. This happened around 22nd of March. So for the next 30 days, we are home. All the students and the teachers are not in school. However, we have been managing to do online teaching, remote teaching. Most of the schools, those that are in good network coverage areas, have been using Zoom to access, or rather to teach their learners. We are also using other platforms like Microsoft Teams to teach the learners. We have some teachers who might not have the Microsoft Teams account, so they are using WhatsApp video teaching and all that. Though we still have challenges with those schools that are remote areas because of the internet connectivity being very poor. So most students are disadvantaged, especially those who are in remote areas of the country. We are hopeful that the situation is going to normalize and school will reopen as soon as possible.
Wow, that's great. Thank you for sharing. Taruna?
Good evening, each one of you. Really very happy to see you all. In these tough times, at least we are all together, sailing in the same boat. I am Taruna from India, and I am a principal of a countryside school named Ramagya Dadri. And though it's a it's a countryside school, so the parents are not that tech savvy, we are facing challenges with Zoom and all. But yes, we have, the teachers also are trained. We took online classes with them, and even the parents, we trained them. Though the attendance is a little, it's not that, it's few in the Zoom classes, but we are recording the audios and all also, and we are sending them across to the children. Plus, we had two things in India. We had a day fixed by our PM Modi, where the entire people from India had clapped, applauded for the doctors, the community helpers, and the nurses, the policemen, the security, everyone. We had all clapped and applauded for them together. And then on 5th of April, we had lit diyas at our home, the earthen lamps at home. Entire India had lit those lamps for the well-being of the world. So that these were two steps which we had taken, where they were grand success, and we are also trying to recover. Though the lockdown has extended till 30th of April. Let's see.
Yeah, let's see how it works. Hopefully it'll go faster than we anticipate.
Yeah, we
Ludmila?
meditate,
I'm sorry, go ahead. Ludmila? In Ukraine? I don't know if she's here. Ludmila is, let's see who else we have. Noriko in Japan? Noriko?
Yes. Hi, everyone. I'm from Japan, and I'm, yes, Noriko Matsubara, English teacher. Yes, in Tokyo, there is an increasing number of infected people, and yeah, rapidly it's increasing, and but they haven't announced lockdown yet, but still they ordered, stay at home order, and but not in every area in this country. It depends on where you live, and actually in my area there are only 38, maybe today, 38 people are infected, no death. And so, stores in our neighborhood are still open. And but many workers are fired because of less business than usual. So yeah, some people are really worried about their daily lives. Yes, less salary and less money to live with. So yeah, the situation in here is getting worse. Yes, that I'm sure.
Thank you.
And,
thank you for
yeah,
sharing.
thank you.
Thank you. Marina in Italy? Marina?
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good afternoon. Because it's half past 3 here. Anyway, well, situation here in Italy is there is a lockdown everywhere, and I've been doing distance lessons, video lessons, since the 16th of March. Because before we had to have every student of my school had to have an official institutional email address, and then we had to ask the permission. But now it has become something very official to do these lessons. You can't escape them, you have to do them. And the problem is to evaluate people, because, students are on the other side of the screen, and you don't know exactly what happens.
Yeah.
But of course you have to trust them. You have to tell them to keep the video camera and the microphone open. Sometimes the principal comes into the video lesson and tells them off. And then this is Easter holidays, so-called Easter holidays, and we don't do lessons till Tuesday. But it sounds very strange to be inside, especially now that the weather is so good. There are 23 degrees centigrade now, so we feel like going out, but you can't. So
Wow, that's hard.
that's what's happening.
Thank you.
here.
Thanks for sharing. Appreciate it. Dondi in Hungary. Do you have your mic on?
Dondi says she has a problem with the microphone.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Yeah, I will figure it out.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Let's see. Who else do we have that I can recognize? Andrew, are you here?
Can you hear
Andrew?
me?
Yeah.
Right. Hi, I'm Andrew. I'm an assistant English teacher in Sevilla, Spain. And we're also on Easter holiday break, so there haven't been classes this week. To keep the spirits up, a lot of people in my neighborhood have been playing traditional music that they would play during this week. There's a lot of traditional processions all throughout the city, and obviously those can't happen. So people have been playing music. We go out at 8 o'clock and from our balconies and chat with our neighbors and clap with healthcare workers. Yeah, in terms of classroom activities, we've been, to keep children spirits up again, we've kind of been making little videos that show the teacher's workspace or some fun little message and putting it together like a montage to send to the students occasionally to keep them laughing. And
That's nice.
yeah. So
that's great.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks for sharing.
You're welcome.
Hussein in Japan.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Hello, everyone. I'm really happy to talk with you and share with you the information. My name is Hussein. I'm Egyptian but lives in Japan 20 years ago. I'm English teacher at one of the Board of Education in Hokkaido Island, North Island of Japan. Especially, I work for the Kitami Board of Education. And also, I'm a teacher trainer for teaching methods. And I'm sharing also the academical project with Professor Miyate in Czech University for the environment project. Situation in Kitami here, you might be surprised because we already started school from last week, and the school already started. We had 3 weeks almost for emergency, and after that, school is back from last Monday, and we go to school normally, and we are having normal classes. Of course, everyone wears masks, and we did some regulation for kids that not much touching. There's no talking in a very making the social distancing, and also trying to for the teaching activity. We don't do group work. We don't do pair work. We just only giving the instruction that they call it one way, that the kids has to stay in their chair and they cannot move to other play with other kids.
Wow.
So I think and also the Kitami teachers or the English teacher, the assistant English teacher, foreigners, we worked on making, I don't know that you can see this, Kitami ALT channel. We created a learning channel for teachers and students. So if you can access Kitami channel in YouTube, you can find a lot of activity for teaching English and games and songs and dances. We created almost 2 weeks ago, and every week we try to upload something new special for the kids all over the world that's staying home in other countries. So I'm happy to share with you anything that you would like to know about teaching or teaching methods or anything. Thank you for giving me a chance.
Thank you. And thank you for logging in. I appreciate that.
Thank you very
Let's
much.
see. Yeah, that's great. Let's see. I have Julie. Julie's logging in from Canada. Are you there, Julie?
I am. Am I on camera now?
Yes, you're on camera.
Okay, great. I'm Julie from Ottawa, Canada. I'm a grade 4 teacher so I teach English, math, science, and social studies at a private Jewish school here in Ottawa. We've been closed since March 13th, and we started teaching online March 18th. And we've maintained a regular school day, and we've even had parent-teacher conferences virtually as well. Most the kids in my school, their parents are doctors, so I really make an effort to be available to the kids all the time because many of them are worried about their parents in the hospitals. And in Ottawa, people are going out and clapping at 6 o'clock at night and banging pots and pans in apartment buildings and on streets. And they're also painting rainbows of hope so far.
Nice. That's great. Thanks for sharing. Thank you. Alenka in Croatia.
Yes. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Yeah. Okay. I'm Alenka from Croatia, as you've already heard. I'm a teacher of English and German. And our schools are closed from March 9th. And as for the general situation, at March 15th, we were all clapping to our doctors and nurses, and it was at noon. Everything is closed except for greengrocers and pharmacies. So you're just able to buy necessities. And when we do that, there has to be 2 meters of space between people. And I work at primary school. It means from grade 1 up to grade 8 in Croatia. What we use is Office 365 tools or Google Classroom. We were recommended not to use Zoom or video conferencing because it slows the internet connections. So what we do is upload tasks and write feedbacks to our students, which is rather time consuming. You know, in the classroom, you can see the task on the blackboard at screen and explain it to your students. And this way we have to write feedback to each student separately. So the secondary schools, which means from grade 9 to 11, 12, they use something like Moodle. They also try to avoid Zoom or video conferencing, live streaming, but students at universities mostly use Zoom. Yes, our secondary schools, students at secondary schools have their Matura exams, which is partly how they enroll the university. So it influences their choice. But for the time being, we do not know, we cannot predict how long it will last. It all depends on the situations. And will our secondary school students have this Matura exam in the end? We don't know it for the time being.
I see. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Tanya in India.
Yes. Good morning and good evening to everyone. It's a pleasure to be here, and thank you, Lorraine, for making this possible. I stay in the eastern part of India in a small town called Kharagpur, which is about 125 kilometers from the city of Kolkata.
Hello?
I think she's dropping her connection. It looks clear.
Okay.
She's disconnected, I think.
Okay, sorry. May I just say another more thing I totally forgotten?
This is sorry.
Yes.
Should I continue?
Yes, of course.
Okay. So we are not sure now as to how long this will continue, though there's expected some kind of a message coming from a prime minister within a day or two. I am a science teacher and I teach biology to secondary standards, classes 8, 9, and 10, and mathematics to standard 7 students. Our academic year in parts of in India begins actually from April. So we have not yet really lost out on the number of days. We have already started on online classes, and most of the teachers are using Zoom, and we are using, some of us are using Jitsi also. And we all, the entire school has now a WhatsApp group of different classes along with the class teachers. So assignments are getting posted through WhatsApp groups. What the students are suffering is the year-end exams, especially the last year of the school, which is the 12th grade. The school pass-out exams have had to be stopped in between, and we do not know now when it's going to start. Also, the entry-level exams, the All India entry-level exams to various universities have not yet been able to take place. All have been postponed, and a lot of uncertainty into that. Regarding saluting our heroes, yes, our Prime Minister called for a joint appreciation of the entire fraternity of the medical people and the health workers, and we did clap for them on the 22nd of March. And on the 5th of April, that was a unity call to stand for each other, where we lit candles or other light to show our unity towards each other. That's about it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for sharing. And Lenka, you wanted to say something else?
Yeah, I've totally forgotten one important thing to say. There are many students who really don't have internet access in Croatia, who live in remote places. So a great number of teachers is recording video lessons, which are being broadcasted on national TV, so in whole Croatia. So that could be idea for some of you perhaps as well.
Yeah, that's good to know. That's interesting. Rebecca.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm Rebecca Gibney. I'm from Pennsylvania in the United States of America, and I am a curriculum specialist, a former Spanish teacher. And right now in Pennsylvania, we just heard yesterday that we are closed for school the rest of the school year, which is the beginning of June here, June 30th, so end of school. So no one is allowed back at all. So that means our decisions are made locally. And so it makes it a little tough, but school districts have 3 options. They can choose not to do any instruction or to do just enrichment and review for students, or they can continue with new instruction. And then the grading becomes pass-fail if districts choose that. The concern that districts are having is our special education population. Because they have to meet all regulations and rules for special education students. And also, what does graduation look like for our seniors and all of those end of the school year terms. So we have the same issues that all of you are mentioning about remote learning and students that don't have internet access. So our Department of Education is giving out equity grants and also looking to partner with our local radio and television series to reach those homes. As far as locally, supporting our businesses are really struggling, the small businesses. So people are doing fundraisers and buying gift cards to help for the future and donating funds. So right now we're sort of planning what happens if this occurs in the fall, and we're not sure where the end's going to be. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for that.
Dr. Omar Hamad. Dr. Omar Hamad, are you there? I'm not sure. I think he's there, but I don't know if he hears me. How about, oh, go ahead. Dr. Omar?
Dr. Omar, can you hear us? I think he has good connection. Dr. Omar, just check whether your microphone is crossed.
Yeah, it's not coming in. You want to message him and I'll go on to Bushra? Well, let's see what happens here.
Okay. Am I audible?
You are audible.
Okay. So this is Bushra Nisrati from Lahore, Pakistan. Lahore is the second largest city of Pakistan with a population of more than 1 crore, and all lockdown till 21st of April. And as far as my teaching core is concerned, my subject is environmental sciences, geography, and social studies. I am a global master trainer for leadership skills and international school award. And thank you so much. I can see Yeshiro and Lorraine for connecting with all these wonderful people here. And thank you so much, Manjula, as well, for this amazing idea. And really have got so many friends from World Peace Song as well. And I'll give you another idea, Lorraine, in the next session for another song for this COVID-19. So as far as the social conditions are concerned, till 21st, everything is locked down. And because there is a lot culture here in Pakistan of having maids and having people doing your household work, so those people, they are really affected a lot. And government of Pakistan, they have taken very good measure, and they are supporting them. They have supported 600,000 families with 12,000 rupees, and they have started distributing for the last 2 days. As far as educational institutes are concerned, they are totally closed. People, those who are affording, they can use this internet. But education department, they have done something very good. They have developed a connection that is known as Talim Ga, educational hub. And this Talim Ga is for the government or state school owned students, and for everyone, they can use stories and other sessions, they are on there. But we have private schools as well, and people, they are using this online teaching. And we are using mainly the forums of this Zoom, Jitsi, Skype in the classroom, and Google Hangout, and so many. We are really grateful that such forums, they are there, and we're using Microsoft Teams as well.
Wow.
And last not the least, this is really great that we all are in, as the title of this conference is concerned. We all are in this together. Yes, we all are in this together. And me and my daughter, we have prepared this for everyone. Can you see this?
Yes, that's very nice. Thank you.
This
That's
is for
great.
everyone. Happy Easter. Happy Easter.
Oh, great.
And
Happy Easter.
with this message, I will end that yes, the positive thing, this COVID pandemic, is that it has forced many of us to slow down our pace, and rest everything will be okay. And we need to work, the work, they will always be there. Opportunities will come and go. And we need to continue to focus on our family, our own selves, and caring for your own mental and physical health. And I hope that our new normal day today, it exposes us to the wrong old normal days, and we are set up with better normal days tomorrow, inshallah. Thank you very much, and happy Easter to all of you.
Thank you. Thank you. And Omar, are you able to connect now? I'm not sure.
Dr. Omar, still we don't have your audio reception. So just try logging out of the conference and log back in. Sometimes it works. Yeah, we have the audio, right? Lorraine, can you hear him?
No, I don't hear any voices. We can go on to Jesus Ensalada. Sir Ensalada. I don't know if he's left. We'll go on to somebody else. Let's see, Gasha. Yoshiro Miyata? Professor Miyata?
Okay.
Do you want to turn your video on?
Yes.
Great,
Yes.
thanks.
Can you see me and
Yes.
hear me?
Yes. Yes.
It's very nice to see all of you and talk to you in these difficult times. I'm Yoshiro Miyata from Japan. I live in Toyota City in the central Japan. And in Japan, the increase of infected people at first very slow. So I think many people underestimated the risk of this exponential phenomena. And about 2 weeks ago, the numbers are increasing kind of rapidly, and only the big cities started regulations 3 days ago, and my area from yesterday. And but it's not lockdown. We try to stay home, but some shops are still open, and trains are running, buses are running, and so we can have almost a normal kind of life. But I've been trying to warn people not to underestimate the risk, and the university decided to run all classes online a few days ago, and we are trying to prepare to start teaching online in about 1 month. And I've been doing online collaboration in my classes and in many projects, like we've been doing with Lorraine and many of you. And in my classes, we are talking about collaborating with a school in Hokkaido with Hussein, and so that the university students can help kids, elementary school kids in Hokkaido, to learn online. So I think many of us are kind of a pioneer in this area of online learning. We've been collaborating online for many years, many of us. So I think we can help each other to learn, to help our students learn online and using many kind of online media. And I think it's my students are helping me using media, and some of them are here, I think, Maho and Yuzuka. So maybe they can talk about their experience.
Sure. Is Maho or Muzika, are they there? No, Maho's here. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm here now. Yes.
Yeah.
Masaki. Okay.
Masaki?
Maybe Maho.
Oh, Maho, sure.
Yes. Hello, I'm Maho from Japan. I study engineering and I belong to Miyata Sensei's lab. Our university is closed, so spring break has been expanded until May, and we can't various activities. And my prefecture, there are 13 infected people, but we are told to we can't go out and we stay home. I hope this situation gets better. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is Masashi there?
I'm not sure if Masashi.
Yeah, I checked.
Here.
I heard him.
Yeah.
Do you have a video? Can't figure out what box you're in.
He's on. He's on fourth row left. The first one.
Oh, all right. Miyata Sensei, do you want to ask him if he wants to share?
Miss Lorraine, can I have my turn now?
Sure, go ahead.
This is Jesus.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jesus, go ahead.
Hello, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Hello.
Am I clear?
You're clear.
Yeah, we can hear
Yeah,
you.
very well, loud and clear.
This is Jesus from the Philippines, and right now we are in a lockdown. We were supposed to end the school year by April 3, and that is supposedly our graduation and year-end rights, but we have not able to do it due to the lockdown. We had our lockdown starting March 16, and it's supposedly to end by April 14, but it was extended up to the end of April 2020. Right now, schools have closed, and we have given the examinations early, so students were able to comply all the requirements for the as the school year ends. Everything is in. We have prepared their year-end reports, and the only thing that our students are very sad about is that we're not able to have their graduation and recognition programs. Right now, some schools have missed last part of the month, the lessons for the last part of the month, and that is why the Department of Education has established the platform called DepEd Commons, where students could have access. Those who have internet connections could have access of materials for the last quarter or for the last part of the lessons that were missed due to the lockdown. But in my case, in my school, we're able to finish everything, and we're able to uh, prepare the year-end reports and forms of our students. Right now, we are praying hard for the fast recovery of our Department of Education Secretary, because she has just announced that she is also a COVID 19 positive, along with other senators and other politicians. But I think we get better. Everybody is doing his or her best to help in order to give support to one another, especially to our frontliners. Right now, all schools have shut down, including the higher education, and everybody is staying at home except the frontliners. Um, we have the enhanced quarantine. We have the schedule in going to the market, and the LGU or the local government units are also doing their best in order that everything will be put in place. So this is how we combat COVID-19 here in my area, here in the Philippines.
Yeah, thank you very much for sharing and with us. Dranuka in India. Dranuka, are you there? All right, I'll go on. Dranuka? I can't hear you.
You're audible?
Now I can hear you well.
Yeah, ma'am. Good evening to all.
Good evening.
Yeah,
Good evening,
I'm
teacher.
a language teacher working at Osur and actually Bangalore. Here it is the curfew 144, it is full lockdown. Yesterday evening, each and every persons they are verify whether the affected people or not. So that their affected area it is locked down completely. They are not in and around. They are not going outside. But my education system it is here. It is already over +2. But 10th it is still pending, that is public exam here. The education minister said after 15th which are affected area only it's they are not conducting, they are going to alter places or they are going to search it and they are going to conduct the exams as it is. The affected people only they are in curfew, that is 144, they're not going outside or it's very strongly they're uh, arrested in isolation. Okay, and this is one side. Education it's totally full stopped, but like Zoom and other what it is the zits like this it is going on Skype, through that the education it is going on. But the poor peoples are very affected, the below poverty people they are not going, even the vegetable vendors are not going anywhere, the daily basis are very struck in one place. This is actually what's going on. So that's I plan it, my 1 month salary I dedicated for the I sent it through the Tamil Nadu government to uh, minister's fund relief. My 1 month salary I handed over to the minister.
Wow, that was very generous of you.
That is encouraging.
Yeah, because it's enough for at least one time for food, but how it is to imagine the poverty condition people. That's it, I sent it the whole month salary I sent it to the minister of education, that's provide for the relief fund. Actually this is the very good what it is in and around going on. As a teacher we keep sharing with others the small bit of the work we do for our students. Really this is the dedication works. The COVID-19 it is very shock and we cannot at least 14 years back we gone. That's it, we sharing today and everything. As a teacher's unique person and special each and every teachers, uh, I feel truly blessed for a teachers. But consider how other the next generation people how they warm uh, the how they come up, I don't know, it's so totally mine was too much it's worried about that. That's it. We pray for, at least as this is we as a teacher we are doing together, and truly blessed other the remaining peoples to say and humble and honor the other people also. Thank you for giving this very good opportunity and sharing the teachers, and keep touch with other meeting also. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Roxanne?
Okay. Yes, okay, I'm here. Do you hear me now?
Yes,
we hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, my regards really for you, Mango and Lorraine. I am Omar Hamad. I'm from Palestine. According to the circumstances here in Palestine, you know that emergency started before a month ago, and our schools closed. So we started to deal about other ideas how we can contact our students. So we started at first by a broadcasting radio. So we have a radio for the Ministry of Education. So we started to recording sessions for our students and broadcasting it directly to our students and share it on social media networks to let our students know about the time of the session according to their grades. Also, we for schools, every school has its own sessions using Zoom. You know about Zoom, and so we started to train teachers about how to deal with Zoom. So we started directly contacting with our students. Also, Google Classroom. We as teachers, we build our classrooms for every teacher has his own students. Unfortunately, we found that some students they did not have the access of internet. So how we can deal with them and how we can start building the how we can just share our objectives that we need to teach them. So we build together that every teacher has to sign something for his students and share it directly to the center of the town. And they can just buy these summary of every material, and they start using it the same for their final exams and for the sessions. I wish that we finish this emergency sooner and all of you to be safe. My pleasure really to contact and to be with you in this amazing session. And I hope that we can build a group for all teachers who are here and for us to share our own ideas how to contact with our teachers. By the way, I am English language teacher and I have PhD of in methodology, English methodology. Thank you very much for inviting me, Mingwal, and for you, Lorraine, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Omar.
That was great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Jean, are you there in Indonesia? Jean? Not sure if she's there. Give her a second. Roxanne, do you want to go ahead? Roxanne in the Philippines? Roxanne, are you?
Hi, Lorraine. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Rox from Quezon City, from the Philippines, and we're in the middle of This is the 15th or 19th day of down. We still have until the end of this month, and our school is closed, and we were given instructions to pass all our students since they could no longer attend our regular classes. We're just about like 2 more weeks before we end our classes when the lockdown happened. And our school is quite near many hospitals, so we offered our church and other facilities for our health workers so that they will have a place, a safe place where they can stay and no need to go back to their homes because traveling is very difficult since all major transportation have been closed, so you cannot ride any buses or trains to go to work. And hopefully, um, we can narrow down or stop the movement of people so that there will be less cases in the
No,
days to come.
se prima non
Thank
ti
you
può
very
dire un
much.
po',
Thank you.
Mi è
Dasha,
piaciuto Marvi.
Dasha, did you say you wanted to say something?
Yes, I would like to say that I'm also a fan of Skype in the classroom. We are using. I wanted to say that we are using Skype in the classroom, also Microsoft Teams, and also thank you very much for inviting me to the conversation.
You're welcome. And is Anna here? Anna?
I want to say thank you really for this amazing one. Thank you, Lorraine. Thank you, Manjula. I appreciate that so much, really.
Mm-hmm. It's nice to have you here.
Yes, really pleasure to have you here.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Anna, are you there?
One second. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay. First of all, hello to everyone. I'm glad to meet you. I'm Anna Zubkovskaya. I'm a teacher of English from Russia. I live in the central part of it, not far from Moscow, where the situation is the worst in our country. I work at college. It's a sort of the vocational school. The situation comparing with other countries is not so bad. For such large country, we have 11,900 cases, and most of them are in Moscow and St. Petersburg. As for my city, we have 9 cases, but we are teachers and we understand that it is possible to be more and more if we do not protect ourselves and if we do not inform our students. We were closed for 1 week. We did not work. Only shops with products were allowed for working. Now we have 50 big factories which are needed for economic. They work, but of course they have to follow a lot of instructions. As for us, we have remote learning for our students. First of all, we have created our electronic environment, which is called Moodle. All theoretical materials are given there for our students. And as for the teachers, we decide by ourselves what to choose. As for me, I work on Skype, on Zoom, and Google Classroom. And of course, I use all the tools which are needed for my lessons because I would like to be in touch with my students. As about helping to others, we have a lot of volunteers. They try to help old people. Do not go outside. We buy products, medicine, and come to them. We have rather big organizations. Also, cafes, bars, restaurants are closed, but they cook food for free for the doctors, because doctors sometimes spend more than 12 hours at work, and of course they don't have time for this. We are not closed. We can go for a walk, but we try to explain to our students that they can't do it. Only if they need to go, for example, to buy something, really what is needed. Such situation we have here. And of course, we pray for the future, and we would like to stop this virus going further and further.
Thank you. Thank you so much for logging in. Is Jean here? Jean, are you here from Indonesia?
Jean has left a message on chat box saying situation and everything. So, Lorraine, you can see it in the chat box there.
Oh, okay. She put her thoughts in the chat box?
Yes.
Oh, I wasn't even following the chat box. That's good to know. Sorry. Oh, okay. Excellent. So you can read her situation in the chat box. That's good. How do I close the chat box, Manjula?
Yeah, there is a close button about the chat box. You can click on it and
Let's see. Ah, beautiful. Excellent. Is there anyone that I've missed? I've been trying my hardest to see everyone.
Loretta, did Loretta talk to us?
Who is this?
Italy, yes.
Loretta hasn't had a chance yet? She was speaking earlier, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
But she had, the cam was off because we had told people to do the cam off, but it seems to work. Chris, do you want to say anything from New York or not? Chris is my son who's logging in from Brooklyn, New York. I'm not sure if he's there or not. Yeah, Chris, do you want to say what's going on there?
So welcome.
Hello.
Hello.
Chris?
Hello. Hello. Hi.
Hi.
Yeah. So I'm Lorraine's son. I live in New York. It's things have been on lockdown for about a month here. It's the New York City has been the epicenter of the crisis in the U.S. and there's like 700 people dying every day, so it's pretty bad here. We're all on lockdown, and everyone who can work remotely is working remotely, but there's lots and lots of layoffs and lots of stores are closed. And it was just announced that New York City schools will be closed for the rest of the school year. So that's pretty incredible news because there's 1.1 million students in the New York City school system, and they're doing online teaching where they can in the public schools, but like in other places, there's a lot of issues with students having access to the internet connection. Yeah, I'm glad to listen to all of you guys speak, and thanks for putting together, Lorraine and then Manjula.
Thank you. Thanks for logging in the middle of your early morning day. I know it's early morning in New York there. Is there anyone else that I've missed that has not had a chance to, Dante, what were you mentioning?
Can I talk? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yes, great.
Yeah, sure we can. Oh, fantastic.
Oh, great. I'm so
great.
glad.
Okay.
I'm so glad. Thank you.
Oh, so glad. With the help of Anna, I repaired my laptop.
Oh, wow.
So,
great.
hi, everyone. Yeah, we were chatting during this time. And
Wow.
I live in Hungary in a very, very small town. And we have closer schools on the 16th of March. But the worst of all was that we didn't have time to say goodbye to the students or to arrange anything. So it was very, very difficult because we went home on Friday afternoon as usually. And after this, we didn't return back on Monday. So it was very, very difficult to collect all my students online as we don't have tools and internet in every house. So it was really very, very difficult. Now we are at home. We have to stay inside. And there's another point of this question because I live in a holiday resort area. So every people from the capital came here for this weekend, for Easter weekend.
Wow.
So all the big people closed the shore. So it is something like a science fiction film now here. We are forbidden to go out. We are forbidden to go to the lake to feel the sunshine and to see the water. So it's very, very difficult for us. I am connected with my students. We use Teams or Google Classes, and I use Zoom to collaborate. But it goes well now. I enjoy it very much.
Oh.
And not the I'm sorry, not the situation, but teaching online is something that I have been using for 10 years. I joined a lot of projects, and now I have something in my heart and in my head that I can use. I
That's
don't know,
great.
it's very difficult to understand that, but in Hungary, we are not so well developed country. And as I was working in international project, I can use every tools in every days now that I have used before. So my students are inside their houses, despite the fact that the sun is shining here, and we just hope that this situation will finish in, I don't know, in 1 or 2 months. And as Lori, I saw your son. My son is in Wien, and he works as a computer engineer, and he's stuck there. He cannot come home now. Every border is closed. So it is the first Easter when we celebrate without him here. So I just sent him some photos that the cakes I do, that the hams I cook, because he likes eating very much. But it is the first Easter when we are not together. But he didn't want to come home. I think that's much better for him to be there. And he works, we talk on phone every day, but it is forbidden to go out to the streets there as well. Just to the shop or to the chemistry. That's all.
Wow.
Okay, thank
That's
you.
great. Thank you, Dondi. That's amazing. This has been an amazing experience, Manjula. It's just to hear everyone's story is just mind-boggling that everyone's in the same situation across the planet. We're certainly in this together, that's for sure. And I think all of us are working very hard to flatten the curve, but to also to innovate and to collaborate as we work together. And I think we've had the opportunity to do that during this pandemic. I hope that you'll come away with a session today with new ideas and new friends and a feeling of connectedness as we are all in separate places. And Hussein, go ahead and add to this if you'd like.
Yeah, I just would like to share with you because we already started schools in our town.
Yes.
We try to, I don't know if you can see this or not. We've tried to play some games by making social distancing inside a classroom.
Interesting.
So, because some kids, like a first grader or second grader elementary, they still do not understand how it's dangerous. So we try to teach them through games, like making this kind of games. And also, I noticed that some of the kids became with their handmade mask made by their grandparents.
Oh, wow.
They learn how to make their own mask because some places they don't have, they cannot buy masks, but they can make these masks at home easy. So now we are working on making videos how to make handmade masks so we can share it with all over the world.
That's great.
these kind of masks.
That's
And
great.
also we worked for the project to send a cheering or happy message to all over the world, like these kind of messages. The kids made it by themselves.
Mhm.
Like,
That's nice.
yeah. Yeah, so just I
Wow.
wanted to share because I promised my students to share this with you today.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
What does that say? Happy family time.
Yeah. So we are trying to tell the people that if you stay home, if you can see this, to be back to school soon, stay home and stay safe.
That's nice. That's nice.
So everybody's saying that you can enjoy the family time, happy family time. You can stay conversation or. So I was really glad to have the kids by themselves. They could share with other students all over the world.
Wow, that's nice. It's really neat. It's neat. There's so many. That is a neat picture too. Kids draw internationally the same way.
Yeah.
It's really interesting how that works. And you are doing dances with you're teaching kids dances, right? To
Yeah,
get them moving.
yeah, as I mentioned at the beginning, that we created a channel called Ktami ALT channel, YouTube. And then if you access, you can see a lot of like easy dance for kids, learning English through dance, and also learning how to make a game at home for the one who's staying home. So please try to access Ktami ALT, and you can see a lot of ideas there.
That's great. It's really neat.
Professor, can you share the link with us to the YouTube channel?
Just YouTube. If you access Ktami ALT,
okay.
Ktami ALT, this is the name of the channel. Ktami is the name of the city, and the ALT is for assistant language teacher.
I was trying one of your dances. You had a cha-cha, and I was trying that.
Cha-cha dance slides, yeah. It's American dance, by the way.
Yeah.
We are working now to make also one of the assistant English teacher came up with the idea that she has a cat, and then she's now recording her conversation with her cat, like learning English through the conversation between human and cat, and also how to make the ice cream at home. And we also made a new song for the graduation ceremony because many kids, they had no graduation and we feel sorry for them. So we composed a new song for graduation and it will be on next week.
Oh, that's great. That's nice to hear. If you put in the chat, if everyone puts their name and their email address, you'll be able to connect with each other in maybe the country that you're from. I know there are just so many talented people in this group. I know all of you. It's amazing, but never have we had a chance to be all together. So if you go to the chat and put your email address or your contact information, your Twitter, whatever it is, we'll be able to share that with you.
Lorraine, is it possible that we all open our video and
take a
group
picture?
photograph?
Sure, I'd love to do that. We should definitely do that.
Yes, and with some sign of victory or with some sign of heart.
Like this?
That will be nice. Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, if we all open the video.
Christopher, Andrew, are you still there?
And who is going to take the photograph?
Manjula is taking the photograph.
Okay, right. So may we request all of us to open the video?
Jane, can you open the video? Dr. Omar?
Yes.
Misaki, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Do you want?
Okay, one more time.
A group photograph in the grid.
One more time.
Yes,
Great.
okay.
Thank you very much.
That's great.
Thank
Thank you. That's wonderful. Does anybody have
Are we
any-
done with the photograph?
Oh, no, we
Yeah,
should
yeah.
do it again.
Yeah.
Let's do it again.
Okay, we can get it again. Thank
Yeah,
you.
definitely.
Thank you very much for joining with us.
Yeah.
Me and Lorraine were working like one week for this and arranging and sending invitation to all the educators. And I need to thank everyone who joined with our invitation. Thank you very much, everyone. I will.
Thank you.
Yes, I
I
will.
hope to see you. We hope to see you soon again.
See you soon.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yes.
Bye, Heather.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so
Bye-bye.
much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Lorraine, Manjula.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
From India.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Taruna.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yes, bye-bye.